Hello and hi guys. It's really hard to talk about a thriller movie without revealing anything about it. But I can assure you, I'm not going to spoil your movie going experience. Now let's talk about the movie. Porthoril is a Tamil investigative thriller starring Sharath Kumar and Ashok Selvan in the lead roles and directed by Vignesh Raja. When you look at the overall setting of the movie, you will be reminded of movies like Ratchasan and Anjam Padira. But the film, co-written and directed by Vignesh Raja, knows how to restructure the familiar elements. Vignesh Raja and writer Alfred Prakash deliver a consistently engaging film with gentler messaging by adding arcs to protagonists and backstory to the antagonists. In Porthoril, the story is set in 2010 and two women are murdered one after another in Trichy and the police cannot find any clue. The narrative follows two police officers, Prakash played by Ashok Selvan, an intelligent yet timid youngster, gets appointed to the crime branch as a trainee. Loganathan, played by Sharath Kumar, a senior higher ranking official who is in stark contrast to Prakash, is asked to mentor him. Loganathan reluctantly agrees to travel with the rookie to investigate the murder case. But the investigation will not only help them form a close bond, but also lead to some shocking revelations. Many young women get strangled to death, and the entire police department struggles to find the suspect. As events unfold, both the cops realize that there is a pattern in all of them, and that a psychopath is on the loose. The story explores how the senior police officer with his experience and practical knowledge, and the rookie with his bookish knowledge crack the case. What makes Porthoril an interesting watch is its effective screenplay and inventive writing. Though the plot is not something new, with moments that we have witnessed in many investigative thrillers, Vignesh Raja and his team managed to keep us engaged and immersed in the world that they have created. The conversations between the lead characters not only take the film forward, but also make us curious about how two people with contrasting personalities are going to crack the case. Throughout the movie, the makers have dropped casual hints and clues to let the audience guess who the killer is, which makes the viewers glued to the screen and pay attention to every detail, and makes it all the more interesting. The challenge in writing an investigative thriller is not to pull a rabbit out of the hat in the final stretch and label them as the killer. There are several films that follow this approach and they are rarely satisfying because the audience doesn't become involved in solving the crime. The thrill of the hunt is one-sided. It is much harder to write a script where the reveals keep coming. There is no rabbit, but the director must function like a magician who provided enough distraction so we don't see the full truth until he is ready to present it. Their confidence in the story is evident given the lack of action sequences despite having two cop characters, and one of them being played by one of the biggest action stars of the 90s and early 2000s Tamil cinema. It is not every day we get to see a thriller where a killer is revealed even before the intermission. Porthoril packs in its clues and red herrings in several suspenseful sequences that build the tension with an effective sound design. There is a gripping moment in Porthoril when the prime suspect of serial killings in Trichy is stopped at a level crossing by a police inspector. The nervous cop interrogates the suspect. He is in a car at a railway crossing, and the camera drifts from the inside of the car to the officer's face and the stretch of road behind them where Loganathan waits, directing the officer through his earpiece. The rush of the train as it passes them is startling because we are so focused on the suspect's answer, almost as if we can feel the beating pulse of the officer. The veteran actor who plays the suspect, I'm not going to reveal his name as the makers kept his name secret, naming him would be a spoiler, but I can say is he's fantastic, bringing the right amount of creepy and calm to the role. Almost every character in Porthoril has got a backstory, and they have taken different methods and tones to narrate each. While Prakash narrates his reason for joining the forces in a slightly humorous anecdote, Kennedy's version is actually very disturbing and detailed. Even though Loganathan's character has no evident backstory, the way he tears up in the climax somewhere gives you an idea about his childhood. Many psycho thrillers have spoken about disturbed childhood and how it ruins an individual's life. This one too touches upon a similar theme and succeeds. When it comes to performances, both Sharath Kumar and Ashok Selvan have brought out their A game. Sarath Kumar looks effortless as a cop and brings in all his experience and pulls off a role that has a lot within. He excels as the grim and robotic Loganathan, a senior officer at the crime branch who is forced to mentor Prakash. Nikhila Vimal has an important role, but comparatively less screen time and still creates a lasting impact in all her scenes. The way Nikhila Vimal's character gets incorporated into the grand scheme of things and her banter with Prakash without pulling us away from the core idea of the film works well. And the veteran actor, whose name I don't want to mention, his role is one of the surprises in the film. His character is so well designed and convincing enough to evoke some sort of fear on screen, and he added a different dynamic to the script with his mature performance. Jax Vijay's outstanding background score has elevated many of the important scenes, but the music was filled in the majority parts of the film, which was an overkill and ended up becoming a bit dull by the end of the movie. And also, the music is not up to the level of Ratchasan and Anjampadira. The scenes were beautifully shot, and the credit goes to cinematographer Kalai Selvan Sivaji. His contribution to the thriller is massive. He proves his exceptional talent in the railway gate scene. The glitches in the film are, however, minor, and that makes Thozhil one of the better crime thrillers to have released in recent times. Loganathan and Prakash take the audience to their world, and they also learn about the killer as we do. The film has several jump scare moments which work in the film's favor. It's an impressive whodunit with an intriguing plot headlined by brilliant performances from Sarath Kumar and Ashok Selvan. In an integral scene, Sarath Kumar points out that motive is more important than evidence, and director Vignesh Raja has made his motive quite evident. He is here to stay, and Thozhil is a winning thriller. That's all about the movie, guys. Do share your opinions in the comment section. If you like the video, give a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe the channel for more videos. Thank you for watching.